Guys, so today I just want to talk about something that I see a lot of times in others and also a lot in myself. As you might already know, I've just started doing these videos. I don't edit them, partly so that my perfectionism doesn't get in the way and I spend hours and hours editing and then end up deciding that I'm not going to publish it anyway. So I'm just sharing this straight without any editing. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The lighting's probably going to change quite a bit. The sun's starting to set. It happens. So anyway, I just want to talk about this thing, which is expecting a result that we're not actually working for. So I see this all the time, especially myself. Not as much as I used to because I am now aware of it and really working on calling myself out on it when it's happening. So just an example is, expecting to get an amazing grad job right out of uni, but only doing 2 applications the night before they're due. Like, do you know what I mean? It's this kind of thing. Or it's like feeling so bad that you don't have an amazing body, and like you're looking at Instagram and you're like, oh my god, like why don't I have that? And yet you're not working out or you're not eating healthy. Like, thinking that you should have something that you're not actually taking steps to get. Like, we do it, I don't think we have any I don't think we're trying to set ourselves up to fail. I don't know. But I think that it's something we really do without realizing it, and part of it is protecting ourselves from failure. Most perfectionists will have that belief system underpinning everything that says, well, failing sucks, but failing sucks even more if I had tried my hardest. So I'll cram for the exam, and if I fail, well, at least I can say, oh, I barely studied. Or I'll apply for the grad jobs, but because I'm scared I won't get them, I'll apply the night before they're due. So if I don't get the job, I can say, oh, well, it's because I didn't try with my application. So we hold ourselves back and don't put any effort in. And the same with working out and getting like a good body or whatever you want to achieve in health and fitness for yourself. Not going to the gym and not eating healthy because we're so scared of wasting effort and doing things that might not get the result we want, that instead of actually doing them and seeing what happens, we would rather have that feel-good excuse of, oh, well, I didn't even try my hardest, to protect ourselves from failure. So, well, not from failure, but from the hurt of failing. I can't say failure. That word. We protect ourselves from the pain of failing, and it's ironic because we fail by default anyway. Like, we're so scared that we won't get results that we actually guarantee we're not going to get results by not trying. But I really just wanted to film this video just to chat about this idea, because you might not have realized you're doing it, or you might have realized it and you just need someone to call you out. So hello, here I am calling you out, because it really is self-sabotage. We're so good at it. So good. Like, we're so sneaky. And really so where can I go with this? So what I'm trying to say is that I think it's really important to call yourself out, be accountable to yourself, and ask, is there an area of my life where I am expecting a result and feeling disappointed that I'm not getting a result that I'm not working for? Is it you're disappointed you haven't got an amazing grad job, but you've actually only done 3 applications the night before they're due? You haven't gone to any networking events, you haven't put yourself out there, but you're still disappointed you haven't got one. So you haven't got the result, but you didn't work for it. But you feel disappointed, but yet you didn't work for it. Also, are you doing it with health and fitness? Maybe you are feeling really frustrated and disappointed that you haven't got the body that you want, but you're not going to the gym and you're not eating healthy, but you still feel disappointed, but you're not doing the work. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we do this all the time in really sneaky ways. Um, being disappointed we haven't got a raise at work, but we haven't actually asked for one, and we haven't done all those extra things to get it. We just feel entitled. Well, I should get paid more because I want to get paid more. Like, I think entitlement is a part of it, in a sense that, how can I, like, we want things without having to work for them. I think a part of it is that when we were growing up, a lot of our generation, this isn't a generational thing, I don't think, but anyway, I speak for myself, like being told that you can do anything you want, and that you set your mind to. We often forget the with hard work bit. So we think, if I want it, I can have it, regardless of how much work I put in. But I don't think that's the main thing. I think the main thing is the whole self-sabotage piece that I was talking about earlier, that we are trying to protect ourselves from the hurt of failing. I'm going to say failing now instead of failure, because I struggle so bad with that word. We're trying to protect ourselves from that pain, because perfectionists believe that everything is evidence of whether or not we're good enough and whether or not we have the natural talent to do something. So we don't want to do anything that we don't think we'll be good at. And if we are worried we won't be good at it, but we have to do it, we often cram or leave it to the last minute, so that we have an excuse. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't get that job, but I didn't really try. So we can use that as a way to protect ourselves from thinking we're not good enough. And yet we're so scared, like, just using this as an example, we're so scared we won't get that job, and yet we actually guarantee it by the self-sabotage that's happening. So I could actually talk about this topic for a lifetime, because it is so fascinating to me, the way that we get in our own way. And I did actually create a 7-day challenge about this, because it's huge. It's called, it's called Get Out of Your Own Way, appropriately. And yeah, it's just a 7-day challenge about all of this perfectionism, self-sabotage. I think we are the only things holding ourselves back. And the key to everything, and why I read so many personal development books and spend all my time listening to podcast episodes and all of that thing, is because I'm so gotta get my words right, so fascinated by the ways that I'm getting in my own way and how to get out of it. Like, I really do believe I am the only thing stopping myself from getting what I want. So I'm working through that, and I started Smart 20s so I could share it. And I really, just want to say, is there something that you are expecting but not working for it? And it could be a grad job, could be health and fitness related, but there are so many ways this turns up. It could be, getting a boyfriend, but you're not actually doing anything to get one. It could be making new friends. I know a lot of people in the Smart 20s community on Facebook, and that email me. If you ever want to send me an email, it's sam@smart-20s.com. I get a lot of emails from people that struggle to make friends after they've finished uni/college. And I get it. I really get it. But, you can't be disappointed that you haven't made new friends if you haven't actually done anything to make new friends. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Like, it really is amazing how we can feel disappointed for something that we're not actually working towards. I'm sure you can really easily observe it in others. It's just very difficult, depending on where your self-awareness is at, I mean, everyone does think they are self-aware. So, but just, yeah, really paying attention to your expectations and whether they're justified. You know? Like, should you really be disappointed that you don't have what you want? What are you doing to get that result? And what more can you do? Because I think a lot of perfectionists really, like, we're smart, and that's often part of the reason that we end up with this very fixed mindset, is that we were told we were smart when we were kids, so we want to keep up that illusion, so we don't do anything we might fail at or we might not be good at. We want to be liked by everyone, so we only do things that we think others will like, which usually means we do things to please others instead of ourselves. So yeah, just really have a think about, is there something you're expecting that isn't justified? And don't beat yourself up for that, but just say, yeah, I really am holding myself back. Like, I shouldn't be disappointed that I'm not acing uni because I cram. I never do the full study, and that reason might be because you're worried that if you do, you still might not do as well as you hope. So you'd rather have that there as an excuse. I definitely did that. Yeah, there's just so many ways it turns up, and just become aware of it. Don't beat yourself up. And another part of it is that a lot of perfectionists have this fear of wasting effort, and I think it's part of that mindset that all effort and hard work only has a point if it gets us the result that we want. If it makes us look good to others, which means it stops us from being rejected and criticized, which we are scared of. That's essentially like one of the main drivers, wanting to look like we've got it all together. So yeah, I think just that fear of wasting effort really stops us from putting in the effort, and yet we end up then being disappointed that we haven't got the result, even though we're not putting in the effort. Like, I know this is quite circular, and I don't know how much sense I'm making, but I just think something really important to bring your attention to in your life: are you expecting a result that isn't, like, are your expectations unjustified? Are you expecting something that you're not actually working for? And why not? Why are you expecting this? Why aren't you putting in the work? It could be self-sabotage. It probably is. That would be my guess. If you want to let me know, just sam@smart-20s.com. If you want to email me, I do get a lot of emails. I love reading them though. So don't think that I don't care, because I do love reading them, and I do my very, very best to reply to every single one. Sometimes it can take me a while, but they sit there until I reply to them. So please don't hesitate to email me, or leave a comment in the comments, or go on the Smart 20s community Facebook group, which I am in every day and love so much. I love everyone. Oh, okay, so I just wanted to flag that with you, share that idea, and just ask yourself, give yourself a little reality check. So I will talk to you soon. I am not editing this video, so I hope that's okay with you. And if you have anything you'd like me to do a video on or talk about more, I write a lot of blog posts as well, but it is so much easier just saying stuff. And I'd love to be able to sit down with you and chat in real life, but as that's kind of hard to do for some of us, as in you're probably in a different country to me, because anyway, not many people are in Australia. Well, Anyway, there are a few, but I'm rambling on, but I'm not editing this out. So email me if there's anything you'd like me to chat about, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.